All right, welcome back to another Spinato Spin. Thanks so much for joining us. And here we are, about the 27th, 28th day of spring, and the weather is still fighting to hang on to winter. But we're doing good. Everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone's doing good what they got to do out there. Wanted to cover a couple things with you real quick. And, basically, lead up to some hard questions, some tough questions that really need to be asked. It's funny, in life, really, what it comes down to is thinking really is asking questions. When you think about everything that has to be done to get your point across, to get yourself understood, and maybe even just to understand yourself, you have to ask a lot of questions. But it's not so much that you just ask questions for the sake of asking questions. You got to ask questions that help you get to another level, help you understand more about what it is. And I hearken back to the story of a company that started a long time ago, still going strong now, but it's an amazing opportunity that they had. A company that started in 1977 with only 85 people. And, they were people that really had no business being in business, if you will. And they were people that just decided, that they believe that there's something more out of life that they can get. And they also found that there was an injustice going on. So what they wanted to do was help correct the injustice, but at the same time, create a better culture, a better environment, something different that's never been out there. See, they didn't like certain things that were going on in, we'll call it, corporate America. They didn't like the way things were being handled, and they wanted to forge a new life. See, it's not so much, and I'm telling you this part because it's not so much about what they did, it's who they were. Who were these people? How did they possibly think that their goals, which was to take on the largest company in the world, largest industry in the world, and see what they can do to tear it apart, to change the way it was set up. And what they did was they decided to get together. But know this, they weren't businessmen. They weren't businesswomen at all. They were teachers and coaches and people with no business background at all. But all they believed in was one thing for themselves, and they said other people wanted it at the same time. They believed everybody wanted to have their own boss or be their own boss and at the same time be somebody. And they said, everybody wants this. Everybody wants it. We're not alone in dreaming and thinking about this. So what they did was they went ahead and they gave it their best shot. They went ahead and they forged ahead, and it was who they were that wanted to be somebody so bad that got them going. They went from 85 people and they grew to a quarter of a billion people. That's what they did during their period of time. It's a phenomenal growth story. It's a phenomenal story. But it's all about you now. It's all about what about you? Where are you right now, and where do you want to be 5 years, 10 years down the road? What's your plan? What questions are you asking yourself? That's the first question right there. I guess I gave you a head start. What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? They say you gotta find something you love, and then you'll love your work. And that's really the truth. Most people that ever accomplished something great never did unless they had a lot of enthusiasm for what they're doing, right? And you think about it. Most people that have done something tremendous in their life, made a big change in what was going on, had a tremendous amount of enthusiasm for what they were doing. And that's what this is all about today. We're trying to get you to think about things that you like to do, things that you really care about, and maybe something out there that you feel is an injustice that needs to be corrected. Kind of a crusade. That was another thing about those 85 people. You know what they said? We don't want to just hire people that want to come to work to make money. We want to hire people that want to be part of a crusade, something that changes the world. See, I always thought that this was a good way to think about things if you ever want to do something great. So you got to see yourself involved in a great opportunity, a great event, something that's going to help change a lot of people's lives. That's where you want to be. You want to be of that mindset. I'm standing up here talking to you, trying to get you going, trying to get you motivated, trying to get you thinking. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to flip a switch. I'm just trying to get you going. And the hardest thing I got to do right now as I talk to you is sell you on you. You see, I have no idea how good you can be. There's the dream right there. What is the dream? See, the dream really comes down to whatever it is you want. The goal, they say a goal is a dream with a deadline. We all have dreams. We all have dreams, but the sad thing is when we're younger, we kind of get it kicked out of us. We hear too many no's. We hear too many negative things saying, oh, what are you, crazy? Pie in the sky. Here's one thing that really rings true when you think about all this. Big people don't laugh at big ideas. It's funny, you tell, somebody like Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get 25% of more of the market share. Is he going to start laughing? If you were working for his company, is he going to start laughing? But then you go up to your friend, you say, you know what, I'd like to make 25% more money than I'm making next year. Matter of fact, I'd like to become the vice president of the company we're working for right now. What's your friend going to say? Is he going to laugh at you? Is he going to say you're crazy? That's not the way it is around here. You got a lot to learn. No. But what's the difference between Bill Gates and somebody else that's done something amazing already? You see, you got to start thinking big. They call it the magic of thinking big. There's magic in crazy big thoughts. You never know. You never know what it is. You never know how it's all going to pan out. The dream is always alive. You got to keep it going. You got to stoke the fire. You got to keep things going. We're always here for you on the Spinato Spin. You can check out the YouTube. There's tons of presentations that we've done. You can always catch up with the Facebook. The Facebook is on every Monday at 4 o'clock. I do a live Facebook, do a good talk, try to keep you guys motivated and excited. Any ideas you got, feel free to pass them on to you. But keep the dream alive and don't let anyone ever steal your dream. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.